riding shotguns and Kokerboom trees. Hello everyone and welcome to the podcast of The Ordinary Maverick. This is Ajay, your host, an ordinary maverick sharing real life thoughts and experiences and maverick tips. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do so and you'll not miss another episode. Fellow Mavericks, we are nearing the end of 5 months of this beautiful year. Actually, we are 142 days into 2022, almost close to the halfway mark. And for some, it's a good thing. The year is going well and there's excitement for the upcoming months. But for some, it may be something of a drag, each day into the other. Definitely not easy when things don't seem to be going quite your way. Well, regardless of which way it is going, what one always needs is a shotgun rider partner. Now, I'm sure many of you, just like myself, when you first saw the title, you might have wondered, wow, what is this? What does it mean? Well, you're not alone. I felt the same. My younger daughter actually shared this recently in one of our conversations. And I was like, wait, what? What is this? And what does it mean? The origins of this phrase actually goes way back to 1905 or the late 1800s. It was used to describe the bodyguard who rides alongside a stagecoach driver, who typically was armed with a shotgun, also called a coach gun, to ward off bandits. Today, riding shotgun means sitting alongside the driver in a moving vehicle. It is also used metaphorically to mean giving actual or figurative support or aid to someone in a situation. Well, whenever I think of riding shotgun, I recall the days when our girls were young and both wanted to be seated next to the driver, which was often me or my wife. Sitting at the back was definitely not appealing for some reason. There was always a mini war of sorts as to who gets to ride shotgun. Perhaps some of you listening in would have had similar experiences with your children. Our girls came up with their own method of determining who rides shotgun. I must say, for the most part, it did work, and then there were days when it actually didn't work at all. And well, to avoid any back and forth, we used to settle for a no shotgun rider, both sitting at the back. And then, of course, there were all the complaints about back seats and how uncomfortable they were, etc., etc. In fact, we ended up buying a car with bucket seats at the back too. Such is the power of girls, I must say. They rule our house and we are super delighted to have it this way. When one expands this concept of riding shotgun to think about the person who is sitting beside the driver as a support reminds me of the time when I taught my girls how to drive. Yes, I was the one. Many people were, actually surprised because it's not easy for dads to teach their kids driving. It's an extremely challenging and at times frustrating exercise. And believe me, it wasn't easy. But that's what I did. I was a shotgun rider, just providing support and ensuring in my own way that everything went smoothly. My wife and daughters do say that I'm the best person to be sitting beside them while driving because I'm so calm and chilled. If only, they could see what was happening on the inside. With my younger daughter, I actually thought while teaching her driving that she was trying to become a Formula One driver. My heart used to be in my mouth while riding shotgun, but you wouldn't know it looking at me. Isn't that the essence of riding shotgun? You need to be calm, composed, alert for any danger, quick in action, and always supportive of the person in the driving seat. We all need a shotgun rider in our lives too. On a lighter side, did you know that there are rules of etiquette for riding shotgun? It seems a partner or spouse gets first choice to do so. Also, that the person who is riding shotgun needs to help navigate the journey look out for road signs, etc., and also ensure the driver doesn't fall asleep on the wheel on long car journeys. Now that's something that's so important. We have done many road trips as a family, and it was always a rule that the person riding shotgun will not sleep and is in charge of the navigation. Still remember the days we had the paper maps and an entire book of road maps, in fact, which used to help us navigate in those good old days. In fact, road travel was such an adventure in those days. Charting out the route with maps, being on the lookout for places to eat, not knowing what was coming our way, and just keeping the adventure spirit alive. Today, it's completely a different experience. One has Google Maps that's even tracking traffic in real time and can tell you an alternative route in case the traffic is blocked up front. One can always find gas stations, food stops, rest areas, basically anything one wants on the maps. In fact, kids today are growing up without the paper maps. Everything is just digital now. Sometimes I get a little melancholic about that. For many years, we had this gigantic world map and a map of India on our walls, and had put up little dots over all the countries and places we have visited and stayed. Must say, it was quite crowded given all the traveling that we do. But coming back to what I said earlier, we all need someone to ride shotgun with us in our lives. And the person we allow, the choice we make when we select our shotgun rider is a very important one. It could be a mentor, a guide, a partner, a parent, a sibling, a close friend, basically anyone with whom you have complete trust and know they have your back regardless. That's what the shotgun rider did in the early 90s. Protected the driver and the passenger to safely reach their final destination. And that's what your shotgun rider should do if you apply that analogy in your life. Help you navigate the most important journey, that of your life and its end goals, which ultimately are all about happiness and joy. But one can also look at it from another perspective. Thinking about, your own mind being the shotgun rider in your life, where you are mindful, conscious of the decisions you take, whether there are crossroads to choose from, different paths to follow. Your mind as your shotgun rider will see the signs, understand what's the best route and help you move forward. Again, to have your mind as your shotgun rider, you need to practice the first component of the Maverick formula, which is to go with your gut, which comes with mindfulness. And then the experiences that will follow are always special. I recall one of our trips in South Africa. My wife was riding shotgun, and we all admit as a family that she's really good in finding out these fun pit stops as a navigator. We were traveling back from Namibia to Pretoria, and thanks to some good navigation, we were able to make a pit stop at this amazing winery. It was the Bezalel Wine and Brandy Estate, right in the Green Kalahari. The estate had some amazing pot still brandies and also rooibos brandy. We'll speak about rooibos in another podcast, but it's the red bush that's native to South Africa. We ordered cases of these wines and brandies and had them delivered directly to our home in Pretoria at the time. We were traveling through the Green Kalahari area, which is a very interesting part of the country where one sees the semi-desert area against the lush vineyards that fill the fertile valleys of the Orange River. Very contrasting indeed. And here is where we first saw the Kokerboom tree. Also known as the quiver tree, as its branches were used to make quivers. It's a beautiful tree, quite unusual looking. Some feel as if it looks upside down, as its leaves look like roots. The tree has a long history and lots of beliefs. People believe that worshipping and nurturing a Kokerboom tree brings good luck. We saw many Kokerboom trees during the detour to the Bezalel Wine and Brandy Estate. And we had that experience thanks to our navigator, our shotgun rider. So you see, the role of shotgun rider is such an important one, both while traveling in a car, but also in your life. Important to have that person that has your back all the time, and at the same time also helps you experience new things and do fun things. Think about it. What do you have as a shotgun rider in your life? And if you don't, well, remember this is essential. One needs a shotgun rider for a safe journey. So it's either a person or your own mind. Regardless of the choice, a shotgun rider can make all the difference in your life. Do keep writing your comments and sharing your feedback at theordinarymaverick@gmail.com and follow me on Instagram, #theordinarymaverick. I love hearing from you. This is Ajay signing off and wishing you have an amazing day and a super amazing year. Keep well, stay safe. Credits. This podcast series was put together as a team effort from the Bhardwaj family. Concept, design, title, researchers and reviewers Ajay, Sanjana, Avantika and Niharika Bhardwaj. Script, Sanjana. Cover design, Niharika. All rights reserved.